Hi everyone, welcome back to UIpath tutorials. Today I'm going to tell you how to start the development and achieve the bot transition to supports. This is a block diagram that I have created here. So I'll explain it one by one. Let's start with the PDD walkthrough. So once you have received the PDD from the BA, then you have to do a walkthrough of it and check all the steps manually. So for example, there is some login steps and that need to be checked manually. Like you have to enter the URL and username password manually, then sign in, and then it navigate to such next screen. So you have to be keep in mind like all the steps that is mentioned in the PDD that should that should be done manually once. If anything, if there is a gap in a PDD, you just note it down and revert back to the BA or the anyone who sent you the PDD. So basically, this is also important steps before start the development. So once the PD walkthrough is completed, then we have to move to the create SDD and the high level diagram. So this is something where we have to create the initial draft of the SDD and the high level diagram. So when what is basically initial draft is nothing but you have to mention there the asset name, the queue names that you will going to use it, and some of the XAML files also. So you because we don't know exactly like how many XAML file we will going to use it, how many assets we are going to use it. So that's why I'm calling it an initial draft. Once the development is completed, you can update it or you can update parallelly also. That depends. High level diagram is something where you have to describe like technically like how you are going to achieve that particular process. And that describe in the block diagram basically. So I'll show you everything in in another videos. Like I cannot explain everything in here, but yeah, I will show you how the PDD look like, how the SDD look like, initial drafts, and how the high level diagram look like. Now let's move to the process estimations. So once that is completed SDD, then we have to do the estimation of the process. Estimation of the process is very important because once you receive the process to be developed, then you have to estimate like this much of time I will going to take it to complete the this particular process. So I'm going to show you the Excel file also for this, like how you can prepare the estimation plan and share it to your seniors. Now let's move to the next part, that is start development on RE frameworks. Once the estimation done, then you have to start the development in the RE framework, and that is also important. Like we this is a best practice once because we should you always prefer to use the RE framework. Once we have done the development with the help of RE framework and everything is fine, when then we have to do the unit testing on the dev environment. So this is something when we are sure about it, like all the steps which were mentioned in the PDD is already achieved in the development. Then we go with the unit testing on this dev environment. Once the unit testing is completed, then migrate the code to QA and prepare the test cases. The next step means we have to migrate the code to the quality and then prepare the test cases. Prepare the test cases. The test cases that we were going to prepare, those were nothing but the scenarios that will going to come across while developing the process. So that can be anything, like those are the business exception, those are the successful cases. So I'll show you the test cases template also, how we can prepare the test cases. So the test cases that has been created by the tester or the developer, then that need to be shared to the business for the review. Once the businesses agree on that they were fine with the test cases, then we have to run the bot for each test cases one by one in UAT. And I think if there are 10 test cases, if we have run the 3 to 4 test cases in a day, then it's the best practice to share those result to the business so that they can give a reply back like, yeah, they were fine on that. So in the next day, you can pick the fourth one. So once the test cases execution is completed, you have done means then you have shared the result to, to the business, and you have receive the sign off mail that they are good with those test cases, means the bot is working fine in UAT. Then once all the test cases execute successfully, then we have to migrate that code to the production for the control run. So control run is nothing but we were directly checking the production, like everything is on place, the shared write paths, the assets. So because on the dev we were using the different shared write paths and assets to log in the QA different, in the production different. So this is something there only we were checking whether everything is on place. We are good to run the bot. So once the control run is done in the production, we have to schedule the bot as per the business demands. It depends, like the business want the process to be run on the same on per day basis or per weeks or monthly. That depends. Then again, the monitor process till 5 to 10 consecutive successful runs. Means we have to take care, like it should be a consecutive successful run 5 to 10 times. It depends. Like when the bot should be run consecutively 5 to 10 times, only then it have to move to the product support, because if there is something happen that need to fix there itself, because once the process move to the support, only the bug fixes and the small CRs can be implemented. So once this is done and process is moved to support, then I think that's a part of support. What exactly, like how they were taking care of it, like generally in the support we do the bug fixes and the CR implementation. So I think this the whole block diagram will help you to achieve something, and it depends, like few of the it like the small organization is not following these steps, so it's very important, like we have to follow these steps to achieve uh, a good good bot creation, and like to achieve something that is working fine, because generally the bots were failing, we created it, so that's not cool, like so we have to take care all these things before developing the bot or after developing the bot. Thanks for watching my video and subscribe my channel.